right when you first went out to go for the run?
So on November 2nd in 2016.
So this right here is the moment that I was mentioning before where she has her arms together like this and she looks down like this. And she's saying, "Oh, November 2nd?" So she's remembering the dates, but she's also maintaining eye contact while she's doing this. She's being flirtatious and she's trying to build rapport. At the end of the day, this is the type of person that she is. She cares so much more about what people think of her than what the truth is.
I had made arrangements with my ex-boyfriend, the one that I had been secretly having an emotional affair with.
So she was saying that she was making arrangements, yet she never goes into what these arrangements were, which is, you'd think that this is something that she would kind of get into. I wish that we could find out what those plans were, and she brings it up later as well. I just wish that we could know what arrangements these were. It's also interesting too that she feels the need to say the one that I was having an emotional affair with. She kind of throws that as an aside, which is interesting because, yeah, we know. This is like the one bit of information that we do know. But I feel like, there's so much detail in places that shouldn't have all this detail, which is really, it throws me off. What do you think? Is it viable?
It was getting to a point where things were getting a lot more serious, and I wanted to end the relationship. He wanted to do that in person. He wanted to continue talking. So he said that he wanted to come up into town and meet me in town.
She says that she wanted to end the relationship because it was getting a lot more serious. And she kind of just says like, oh, he just wanted to do it in person. And it just gives me red flags because if I wanted to end a relationship with somebody, why would I allow them to make a decision on how it was done? It's a very strange thing that she's saying. And again, I just feel like she's trying to frame that she's powerless in this situation.
He wanted to do that in person. He wanted to continue talking. So he said that he wanted to come up into town and meet me in town.
Which is very strange because you'd think that if somebody was sending you aggressive messages, wouldn't it be fair to say, okay, well, I'm not going to respond? Like, if somebody was being aggressive, I wouldn't answer. She also does a slow blink when she's saying it went from just being our casual text message, which is obviously, they had a lot of casual text messages, which is why she admits to having an emotional affair. There was a lot of casual messages. She also says very intense, and she narrows her eyes, and pushy. She narrows her eyes, so she's trying to show that she's got a lot of disdain for him, when in reality, it just doesn't make sense with the story. If she was feeling uncomfortable, why wouldn't she stop the relationship, or why wouldn't she stop messaging him? She's making him out to be the scary monster, and she's the Disney princess that just got caught up in all of this. And she didn't know any better.
I was really scared.
She does show a moment of the grief muscle when she says that she was scared. And I do believe that she was scared, but I don't think it was because of him. I think that it was because she was afraid of her husband finding out.
It really concerned me, so I was trying to get my husband to come home and luring him in any way that I could to come home.
This is what Greg Hartley calls "I'm just a girl." It's where you are showing how feminine you are by brushing your hair off your forehead. She's just a girl and she needs help.
And he didn't. He blew me off.
Then she says, he blew me off. Which is very strange because was he not working, or was he just busy? Or was he with the kids? Like, what was happening? I don't know enough about the case to know what he was doing. But it just seems very strange that she would say, he blew me off. Why wouldn't she actually ask for help? Or better yet, why wouldn't she call the police? If she was actually afraid of this person and what they would do, why wouldn't she ask for help? She never did. You wouldn't have to lure your husband in. You would simply say, I don't feel safe. Please come home. Furthermore, why would she be going for a run if she was feeling anxious about her ex-boyfriend? Why would she be setting herself up in a vulnerable position if she knew that her ex-boyfriend was there or was around and she was afraid of him. If she was afraid of her ex-boyfriend and she knew that he was around, why would she go for a run? Why would she allow herself to be vulnerable in that case?
And he didn't. He blew me off. And I was trying to avoid seeing him because he was so agitated. And there he was at the end of the dirt road. And he didn't. He blew me off. And I was trying to avoid seeing him because he was so agitated. And there he was at the end of the dirt road.
I was trying to avoid him because he was so agitated, yet he knew her address and he knew when she'd be running. A woman who's afraid of a man is not going to go for a run in the off chance that he happens to be there. There's no way. She's not worried about her safety. There's no concerns about her actual safety in this moment. It's just an unrealistic story because women have very good reasons to be afraid of men. She's not showing that fear. She's not showing any fear when she's talking about this.
Because we'd been talking, so he knew my entire route. He knew where I was going to be and what I was doing.
She says that we'd been talking, and she does a eye block. We'd been talking. So he knew my entire route. He knew where I was going to be and what I was doing. But there, again, if you're afraid of him, why are you talking to him? It doesn't make any sense. If you see that he's being aggressive, why would you be talking to him? Why would you be telling him everything that you were doing?